All right, we will be working on Iron Love. And this is the lead part. So Iron Love has parts up to E, but E is the same as A. So you're going to have four different parts. A, the intro, is the hardest part. So after that, it's kind of a little bit downhill. We will start with C sharp, E, G sharp. It's kind of your starting position for the song. So after that, C, E, G sharp, C sharp, E, G sharp, A, G sharp, E, C sharp, B. You can play that over and over until you're comfortable with it. Next part. Starts on F sharp. Sorry, starts on F sharp. So F sharp, E, C sharp, B, C sharp. And if you want to take that chunk and add it to what you already know. Definitely always encourage you to play along to the music if you can. Let's add the next phrase, kind of like the fourth phrase. So that one starts on B. B, G sharp, B. And G sharp, B, G sharp. E, E flat, C sharp. If you listen to the original song and listen to the lyrics and you sing along this part, it can be a lot easier to play, especially if these rhythms and soca music are a little bit new to you. So this is the first half of the intro, starting on C sharp. And then we almost do that again, but what I call the second kind of phrase in those four phrases is different. So we start outlining the chord again, C sharp, E, G sharp. And then this next part is a little different. So A, G sharp, B, 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 F sharp. And the rest of it is the same. And that's the whole intro. So I'll play the whole intro nice and slow. You can pause this and work in it, or you can try and play along with me for the intro. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. The A section. It's probably going to be the hardest part. It has kind of the most, soca kind of rhythms, syncopation, and there is some repetition, so you at least get to repeat that over and over again. Work on that, get that really solid. When you get to B, it gets a lot easier. And funny enough, the first notes spell out the word B. So you're going to play B, E, E 6 times to start this B section. And then you have a little break from that. It's going to be E flat twice, then B twice, and C sharp. So that whole kind of phrase, B and E 6 times. Right into that E flat. And the B, E, E, you're starting that right after the downbeat. So 3, 4, 1. B, E, E, 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 bring the iron love. It's kind of like the calypso strum that we played. One of those strumming patterns when you're hitting all of the 16th notes except for the downbeat. But we're seeing that in the melody. This right after that, you're gonna play B, E, E 6 times again, but the end is gonna be a little bit different because it's gonna go into the rest of the chorus. So 6 times. Now we have F sharp twice, E flat twice, and we end on B, but a high B. So that second part, B, E, E, B, E, E, B, E, E, B, E, E, 5, 6, F sharp, E flat. And then we're going to work on our rolling on these higher notes. So I'll do that whole first half of B, starting with B, E, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. So next we got some rolling to do. But this next part also repeats itself. So B, B, C, G sharp, F sharp. And then we have and we have some chords. Alright, so I'll back that up a little bit. After B, B, C sharp, G sharp, F sharp, F, E, E, F, E, F, E, F. And the chord is going to be G sharp and E, and then F sharp and E flat. So just thirds. Dropping down one step in the scale. And then you're going to play that same thing again. And that would be the end of the B section. So you can tie all of that together from B, E, E, B, E, E, all the way down to these double stops. Double stops are when you hit 2 notes at the same time and then move to another 2 notes. That would be double stops. And it's the C section. When we're at the C section, the leads get to try strumming for the first time. But this isn't any strumming pattern we've worked on. This is its own kind of unique strumming pattern. And when you're listening to the MIDI file, you should hear how the change in the strumming pattern kind of changes the vibe of the song. And that's what a lot of these strumming patterns are for creating a certain vibe. And that's one of the unique ways that, or one of the ways that steel pan is unique. It took a lot of rhythms from drums that weren't, at least they weren't pitched in a 12-note way. And it took those rhythms and put them on a kind of more melodic, if you will, instrument. So the strumming pattern for this new part C is gonna go ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba ba bum 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 da 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 da. So it's kind of a two-part strumming pattern, and it repeats. You'll play that about 6 times, but it's not going to change for the whole C section. Where you change chords, though, is a little different. So the first chord you're starting on is G sharp and E. And then you're going to drop down to E and C sharp. So only your left hand has to move. Da 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 da. Now we're going to B and G sharp. So both of your hands are going to kind of be moving counterclockwise to get to this one. But this time we're going to play this chord 4 times. So, oh, sorry, let me do that again. Ba-da-ba-ba. And now we're going to drop to F sharp and E flat. So, ba-ba-ba-ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. And again, both of your hands are just moving one note over to get that next chord. Okay? So, that's all you're playing for C until the section is done. So you can repeat that over and over again to get really comfortable with that strumming pattern and just getting used to where your hands are moving for those double stops. Whenever leads start strumming, don't play too hard because it means somebody else is taking over the melody. And you always want the melody to stand out a bit. So you don't want the leads to be overpowering, which is really easy because you're playing some higher pitched notes, and higher pitched notes really ring. The ears pick up high pitched notes a lot easier. So just like we practice our rolling, you can also practice your dynamics in these parts. But at the end of C, it gets a little bit different. So you're going to be going, and then that F sharp is going to have to move to B. And those last 2 hits are going to be the start of D, really. Right? But just take note that those last 2 hits are different. For D, you get to go back to playing the melody. And this is the last part you're going to learn. So there is a cadence at the beginning of B that is the same with the leads and the double tenors, or double seconds, sorry. Leads and double seconds. What the leads are going to be playing is going to start on that B and E flat. Bum, bum, gum, bum, 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 bum. And so that's going to be... You start on B and E flat. Move clockwise to G sharp and E twice. Stay on E, come to A, and then back to G sharp. And we get back to the melody a little bit. That melody's going to start on G sharp. Right, so you do that twice. G, G, F, F, E, F, B. And of course, when I'm saying G, I mean G sharp, and F is F sharp. We have a little bit of a grace note. All right. So it's the grace note is B flat. It starts on that B flat. Make sure your left hand hits before your right hand. If you're a drummer, these are like playing flams. So B flat B, that little chromatic grace note, and then you end on F sharp. So that whole kind of first half of D. Oh, sorry. The second time around, it says just B for that first two hits. You can still play B and E flat if you want. So the second time through, though, we're changing right here, which is why I stopped, even though I hadn't looked at it yet. So we still do the first one the same. G sharp, F sharp. Two F sharps, G sharp, F sharp, E, F sharp, B. The second one. So once we get to the E, we're going to go up to high B. Alright, so B, G sharp, and then we're going to end on chords again. G sharp and E, and F sharp and E flat. Same chords as before. Or sorry. No, B, G sharp. So I'll play that kind of second half of D. Alright? Starting with B and E flat, or just B if you want. And then different. That's the end of D. After that, you're going back to B for a repeat before you go through the whole thing and then get to E. Take a note that the form of the MIDI version of the song, what I arranged, is different than the form of the original song. Okay? I simplified it a little bit. But after all of that, and take note that I played all of D right there, not just the second half. I played all of D. After D, you're going back to B. Right? That's where B starts, with the B, E, E. So I didn't get to play the whole thing, but this video is kind of long already. Play along to the audio version, or if you've downloaded MuseScore, feel free to play along to that. You can, of course, pause any section and play along while I play it. And good luck with the song.